Hey, what's going on, everyone? TonyScapone here. This is the Epic Gamble, and we are going to jam a league. We're not going to fart around with the deck tech because I've already done that a bit too much, so we're just going to jump right into it. We're still on the Overmaster. A couple Spirit Guides split with the Shatter Skull. Everything else is pretty stock, and I think this will actually wind up being stock, but like I said, let's just jump right in. Suppose while we're waiting, we can chat a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think it really helps to have a couple of Shatter Skull. Like, oftentimes you want a permanent red mana source that you can tap repeatedly. The smashing comes up a lot, but I think it is important to increase the speed a bit. Always, if we can get away with it, as long as it doesn't take from resiliency, I think increasing speed is always going to be good in a deck like this. So I think the addition of Overmaster, as well as kind of speeding up a little bit between the additional Soul Land, the Mox Opal, the 4th Mox Opal, and a couple of Spirit Guides, not to be underestimated. It has certainly sped us up a bit. We are, I'd say, a bit worse against Null Rod effects, but the two most common of which we can often beat just by way of Burgi making red. So two common of which is Collector Oof and Null Rod itself. Collector Oof dies to Grape Shot, Null Rod dies to Shattering Spree. Of course, I have seen a small uptick in Stony Silence, which is very difficult to remove, obviously, but I'm not going to have like this. It doesn't warrant a significant reaction, right? Like, we do have outs. We do have a blue source that isn't tied up in artifact mana. And we can Void Snare it. We can Echoing Truth it. Although we're not going to be Echoing Truthing it hardly ever, because the decks that are playing Stony Silence, we're not going to be bringing this in. I suppose it's feasible that we wish into Echoing Truth, but I've done it, but it's not going to come up a ton. Right. The scenarios in which it does, however, these corner case like our Volcanic Island getting us there, and one of the reasons I loved having two blue sources that were non-artifact, the Fiery Islet, was we'll hit like this massive relay, and we have grids in play, right? So they can't beat us on the stack, but then they slam something like Stony Silence or like Canonist. And we have a ton of ways to just actually beat that. Like Canonist, we can play a bunch of artifacts, right? You can play artifacts through Canonist and then smash it. So I can't tell you how many times I've killed Canonist like that. But then also, having a reasonable chance on a large relay to bounce Stony Silence. I think, like, if we have a Burgi in play, grid, so they're not interacting anymore despite being a blue deck, we hit a huge relay. Like, it's not impossible that we wind up bouncing Stony Silence. But when they just, like, we haven't gone off in turn 2, they slam a Stony Silence. Just move on. You can't beat everything all the time. Just, it's okay. You don't have to freak out and go, splashing a color so that you can deal with an occasional Stony Silence. Like, it's gonna happen. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. All right, round 1 against Ralph, and we have a very good hand. I wouldn't call it like a banger, but this is a high chance to play grid into kill you. Okay, so they have a force. Preordained, so we probably don't have to worry about Wasteland, which is probably the most scary thing in this position. But I can pass here. So probably on some sort of show and tell variant. Island pass, okay. Actually, wasn't a terrible draw. Because now, even if they force this one, we still will have Metalcraft to be able to opal and go off with Burning Wish. And a Brainstorm here. It's fine. So we have Days Beat. So probably wind up... Oh, yeah. There it is. There it is. I guess the problem here is we do have to pass. But since they picked up their land, they're going to be a bit behind. They could go Ancient Tomb, Petal, Show and Tell, kill you. It's possible, but just... Oh, wow. And they had the force. So iteration. So they have a land and 2 unknowns. I'd say we're still in pretty good shape here. So they played a Mesa. So they still have an island in their hand. Island and 2 unknowns. I don't know why they did that. They main decking Pyroblasts? Honestly, I think we relay here instead of drawing them a bunch of cards. Do we imprint? Don't think we imprint. But I think we play Chromox last, so we can decide that. Like, if we don't imprint, and then say you go and play Opal, play LED, that's just like a perfect spot for them to counter LED and just foil everything. Yeah, I'm not going to imprint because we already have 6 mana on board. We might need Burning Wish. For what it's worth, I think they're bluffing Pyroblast. And that's not necessarily why I'm shying away from this. I'm shying away because they only have 3 cards in hand, one of which is an island. They're an A+B combo deck. They haven't, like, cast a bunch of cantrips to try to get there. They would have to have drawn, like, the perfect, right? Island. They have 4 cards. 3. They would have to have, like, forget the island, a Soul Land, Show and Tell, Grizzlebrand. But then even then, it's not like they just won. So I don't want to echo and give them 7 cards. And rather, like, it looks like we have a Pier, I think. So they double pondered. What did they do with those? Ponder Shuffle, Ponder Shuffle. 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Can we Burgie into Pier? Play this, go Burgie. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We sure can. Can we Horn into Echo? 2, 4, 5, Horn. To play Monolith first. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Horn. We have just enough to Horn into Echo, but that loses to a Daze even. It would be nice to be able to play Horn first, because then if they counter that, we can go off. But I'm gonna lean into the most powerful. Okay. Most powerful being Pier. Your stream loads for me on PC, but is not loadable on mobile for some reason. Your stream is the only stream for me that won't load on mobile. Do you know what might be causing this issue? You're not the only person who has brought this up. I'm going to have to try to look into it again. I've been unable to figure that out. It's uncommon, but certainly enough people have brought it to my attention that I'm aware. I don't know. I thought and had hoped that I had fixed it by upgrading a lot of my equipment. I mean, I got to imagine they tried restarting their phone, but I don't know. 6, 9. So if they do have a force, it's not like all is lost. We'll still have a lot of mana, a red source. We can untap Monolith with the Ancient Tombs. We'll be beating down for what that's worth, but I think we're just in it right here. I guess we lose to Double Daze. Nope. Ooh. There's the grid. And we'll just kill him. 10 Ds, 10 drills right to the mouth. Right in the jaw. Right in the teeth. Okay, looks like Sneak and Show. No changes necessary. So certainly a favorable matchup for us. Hi, thanks for the advice the other day about Ruby Storm. Oh, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Y'all are from Japan? It's cool. I like how Twitter can translate stuff, but it seems like you're fine with English. But it's nice that Twitter I can just hit the translate button and read everything. Cool. That's one of the things I love about Magic, is how you can just connect internationally so easily. Like, just by way of just the nature of the game, you just immediately have, especially with Legacy, right? You just immediately have a deep connection with thousands of people all around the world. Yeah, I'm very excited and have been testing some new stuff in the Epic Gamble that feels very promising. So, but I'm pretty close to the point where I think there's nowhere else to go with this deck. In which case I will continue to jam it in more serious events and will be streaming it a fair amount. But I will, to some degree, move on to, because I love brewing. So I'm sure in the near future you'll find plenty of traditional Ruby Storm content from me, because I do love the deck. I love bonus round. It's a ton of fun. As well as I know someone reached out in Discord about Dragonstorm, which I'm gonna have to dip my toes into that. This is not good enough. It's close. This is sweet. It's not like perfect. We really want to draw a red card. In fact, I think I'm supposed to just get rid of Petal. Is that true? No, it's not. So we want to imprint a red card. I will say this is where Overmaster is awkward, specifically with Gamble. But when you're not mulliganing, and especially on the draw, when you wind up with 8 cards, you can take lines that have a pretty high percentage chance that, like, you have to gamble prior to your Overmaster, and then as long as your Overmaster doesn't get hit, well, then you can play out your artifacts and Overmaster in front of the Echo. But sometimes it is awkward like this. We had to mulligan. I don't think we're going to have the card density to be able to do that. We're going to have a chance to, and I'm going to try to. Tried restarting again, still didn't work. Strange issue. Yeah. You don't have paper cards. We'll play it on Moto. More cards to play with. Yeah, they have been printing a lot of stuff for Mono Red, which is nice. Okay, so we can't afford for Soul Land to get discarded. We're going to need at least a Petal to make blue. And then we're going to have to Petal for this Gamble. And we're going to have to make 2 red, so we're going to have to cast Rite of Flame. Ricky, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Not a requirement, but always appreciated. Welcome on a more formal level, I suppose. Welcome to the casino. You are a true degenerate now at this point. So I don't think we can just go for it, right? Like, we can imprint. This would be, if you're against non-blue, this hand is just bonkers. You're going to be able to wheel with a lot of mana. But I think it's I guess you do have to go Hellbent. So we do have to Overmaster first. And they might just counter it. Because we could put ourselves in a 50-50 situation. The problem is, see, the whole thing that I was saying, like, a chance to put Overmaster in front of Echo, it's more relevant when you already have an LED. And you can put that into play, and it's just a matter of not discarding Overmaster. But we have to go Hellbent for this gamble to Echo for us. We could go for, like, a relay line, but I don't love that. I think I'm just going to imprint this Rite of Flame and cast Overmaster. And it might not really materialize this turn. Sure, our gamble... Our gamble is uncounterable, but then our Echo isn't, right? I could gamble for 50-50 for relay. I don't think that's great. Honestly, 2, 4, 5. I think I pass. Yeah, I don't love going for a 50-50 relay there, because we also have to blow a lot of resources to do it, and then we're not even that high chance to win. So they're not doing anything. Can we draw a grid? A relay. A little bit late, but, you know, only I had one more mana. Yeah, I don't like this. May have actually just, like, I don't know, the whole Overmaster in front of an Echo thing that I was talking about, a chance to do it. Like I said, it's really only relevant if you already have an LED, so I was kind of miscalculating this hand. In retrospect, I probably would have just started with a gamble for a relay, because at that point you have a very high chance of keeping the relay, and then just playing stuff out and relaying. But we're not in a great spot here. Tundra, huh? Interesting. So we don't know that they're show and tell, right? We just think they are. We didn't see any show and tells. We saw Preordain. Now that we've saw Tundra, or seen Tundra, I'm thinking maybe this is just like a mentor deck. Some sort of tempo mentor. Yeah, but I really don't think they play Preordain. I mean, obviously, a lot of the cards are, whether they're that deck or not, a lot of the cards could carry over. Okay, so this is pretty good. Do we want to do something with it now? I think so. Do I want to blow the Monolith or Spirit Guide and Petal? I guess the Monolith. It's only a relay for 2. We're just cycling cards. Could just pass, because then we can gamble next turn for a frontside or backside Echo with a relay follow-up. Narset is scary, but it's not like we can't beat a Narset. We're low chance anyway you slice it to win this game. Game 3 is probably going to be our game, but I don't think spewing cards to relay, essentially cycle cards, is really where we want to be right now. I was right. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 3. So we're one shy of Monolith, cast as a creature, cast relay, gamble, and echo. We can... I still think I want to do it. 3, 4, 5. Maybe just the relay. Gamble for a relay. 2. Ooh. We gamble for relay. We have a 1/3 chance of double relaying. Worst case, we're still relaying. We're just cycling the gamble. Okay, we missed. It's alright. 3, 6. So yeah, I think we're just kind of spewing for a bit of a relay here. Don't have much choice. I think our best shot was taking that risk there. If we had hit, it would have been very good. Shatterskull's not bad. Gamble's pretty good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. We can horn into Gamble Echo. We can Burgie into probably like target with Shatterskull. Gamble Echo, that would require like a draw post Burgie. Again, we're not favored this game. We're certainly favored in the matchup. A little preordain action. Iteration. Okay. Triggers. I gotta start narrating more. If I can just train myself to actually narrate throughout, I can put out YouTube videos a lot quicker. The problem is I don't. And even the auto editing software, I have to go through and manually edit, and it takes forever. Okay, Pyroblast is just going to sit in exile, so that was just a telling time or whatever. They still have 6 cards, which is quite scary. We have to win this turn, which is not impossible, but just quite improbable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be 9. Burgie down to 4. Gamble. Echo. But then we die. So I think it has to be Burgie into Shatterskull. Gamble. Echo. Do we have enough for that? So we go Volk. Play Burgie. 1, 2, 5, 6. Shatterskull. Can only afford to go up 4, so we can target this for 2 and still have enough mana to Gamble Echo. I don't think it's going to get there, but it's our best shot. Oh no, we don't even have enough blue and red. Don't even have our colors for that. Unless, yeah, we do. We just have to gamble first. Or no, that doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can Shatterskull first. Burgie on the stack. So they're going to counter the Burgie. Which is definitely interesting. Probably means they have 2 counters, or at least the Pyroblast. But what can you do? Echo on the stack. Ready to concede. Yes? Fluster? Yeah. Okay, game 3 it is. So I have been toying with the whole 4 empty thing. There's the whole point of empty. I'm not sure about this, right? the whole point of empty is to dodge counter magic, hit them with it early. So having 4, we have a higher chance of having it in our opener. And you're not really going for it as a wish target. If you have that kind of mana and storm, you're probably fine with the relay as well. I mean, it's double grid. It just takes a lot to put him into play. Like force plus pending is gonna give this hand a run for its money. I think I'd rather just try to get an empty hand. This is an empty hand. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't think they're playing Wasteland. Grids will probably give them trouble. Is this gonna be like mini empty followed by mini empty? And I should bottom Burgie? Single empty might not be enough, but it's tough to bottom Burgie. Maybe I'm just supposed to bottom Rite of Flame. That's probably what we'll need to get these empties going. I think I'm going to bottom Burgie. We could bottom one of the grids, but I think that's the strength of the hand is grid. Just him to... I was kind of afraid of that, to be honest. Was kind of hoping they'd be him to Turox and then my opponent wouldn't do anything. The more proactive they are with their hand, the worse it is for us. Okay, that's a good one. So now we can go 1, 2, 3. We can at least empty for 6. I wish we didn't have to imprint this other empty, but I think that's what we're going for right now. It'll at least, like, they have to deal with this while we're still drawing cards. We have a grid in play. We have some mana to work with. We're hoping this doesn't get hit by pending. They're just gonna scoop. Oh, man. Empty too strong. They probably just had a hand of dazes and flusters. This hand is fine. It's not great. Mox Diamond, that's good. It's good news for us. Okay. Fine with me. This would be a lot better as a Shatter Skull here. It's tempting to cycle the Overmaster, but I think we're supposed to just echo and hope that we wind up drawing into a relay. So obviously we're not gaining anything here, except Storm. But at least we don't have to use a land drop to do it. Uh-oh. So we have at least one turn, so I think I'm just going to prepare. As Brian Koval would say, invest in the future. We do have to get there this turn. We draw Burning Wish, we have a Pier. Gamble, Echo, all fine draws. I mean, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You seem worried. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Whoops. Whoopsies. I should play Berg. Did not realize we had a land drop. One grid. Let's play another one. Why not? Storm 14. I always hate sacking my LEDs with all these cards. I don't know why. Makes me scared. So let's find another black source here. Oh, there it is. Might as well give him 20 drills. Tendies. Got him pretty good there. Okay, lands. We are prepared. We even have this shattering spree. Come down on some of the grids. Overmaster isn't at its best here. In fact, maybe we want a second grid. Yeah, it's fine. Let's do it. Whoa. No LED. You got some Bouncer Rooney. They do sometimes play a small amount of it. I think I keep this. I'm not thrilled with it. Probably go turn 1 sphere. They did keep on 2, 3, on 7, so yeah. Gonna have to do one of those. Play Opal. Not a great spot, but that's unfortunate. Ooh. It's brutal. Alright, they only have 1 card. Hopefully it's not a Thespian Stage. Or a Wasteland. Now we're done. We're done. We need a... Actually, a Soul Land would give us a reasonable chance. Ooh. Not anymore. Yeah, they got us. They got us. Run it back. Whoa. 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 Chill out. Deck. You're all up in my grill with this one. I think it's worth it to relay. Then they can blow up LED. Uh-oh. Shut up. I don't know what that is. Alright. Certainly not playing around it. Even if we hit this 50-50 favorably, which we did, I'm still not going to pass priority. You get wrecked by, like, surgical or some shit. Do I want to go... So you have options here, right? You can do this, go all red, tap this, get blue here, and then have access to a bunch of red. It goes all in. You take yourself off of Metalcraft. You get wrecked. Absolutely wrecked by... Or you could just go... You could, like, just do this, right? Or you could go like this. Keeps you on Metalcraft. 6, 3... Like, I don't think the blue is that useful. So, honestly, I think this is the best. Because if we do... I'm not going to say it. I won't say it. That's fine. Now we can go red. I was going to say trap. If we get trapped. If we do get trapped. We didn't. But if we did. then we would still have our Monolith untapped as well. Okay, so now we can go Horn. And Force of Vigor is not really going to help them here. That's super good. That pretty much wins the game. Let's go like this. Go like this. And that's the ball game. Does it help to go Bergie? So we go Bergie. We have 3, 4, 5. Burning Wish is 4, and then we can Tendrils. Yeah. Yeah, you can scoop it up. Got him. A little turn 1 action. Oh, I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just frontside Echo if we imprint the Gamble. You could also try to gamble for an LED. I think frontside is probably the best. Probably should have played Grim Monolith before imprinting that Gamble, but that's alright. And now, if they have Force of Will, we can Echo next turn too. Ooh. This is fine. It's a fine turn 1. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Ooh. 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 That is graphic. Do we want to Horn Echo, or do we want to Bergie into Pier? Take your pick. Pick your poison. I'm gonna Pier. Oh boy. Sorry, Mr. Lackey. Alright, playing against Goblins is weird post-board because there's not really a consensus on what to do. I can tell you from jamming against them too much on Moto, a handful of the players have adopted playing lots of Leyline of the Void, more Chalice, Mindbreak Trap. It's kind of a nightmare, but this hand is well-rounded. I'll keep it. Certainly has problems with Chalice. Can probably play pretty well through Leyline, which they don't have. I smell a Pyroblast. No Chalice, so I think I imprint that. Question becomes, do I want to just relay? Could just Bergie, which would be a lot more reasonable if they had a Lackey that they were threatening with. Relay for 3. We don't lose anything though, is the kind of the appeal. But you probably just win next turn if we get to untap with Bergie. I think I'm still gonna relay though. I mean, if they want to trap this, that's fine. Ugh, we want mana. Come on. It's like 2/3 of our deck at this point is mana. Come on. Port. It's actually brutal. LED? Mana, please. Okay. Something at least. I think I'm supposed to just pass here. Exiling 2 Burning Wishes. Could use this pedal. Yeah. Can't be countered. Look out. Or maybe I was just supposed to put Bergie into play. Because we're getting ported. Oh. Okay. No more relay. This is going to be a tough game to win. So they're on port. So that means they're probably on Wasteland 2. Which means they're probably on like Pyroblast and Traps. Rather than Permanents. So I think game 3 I'll be shaving on the Speaking of, what is this card? What's it do? Oh. Well, remind me to not play around it. I keep reading it, I still don't know what it does. So I'm not going to play around it. To be fair, I'm very happy they trapped our Burning Wish. Okay. Uncounterable Skirk Prospector coming in. Don't port me, bro. They ported me. Soulland? Opal. They have 2 cards. I think I'm supposed to just get Bergie into play here. I think it was supposed to get into play last turn. Although it would have gotten trapped, right? So we're better off that we didn't. And we just draw LED, we're good. Lackey's fine. In fact, I think any artifact we're good. 0 cost. Come on, I specified. I corrected myself. 0 cost. So now Soulland is actually looking really good. Actually, it's looked really good the past like 4 draws, but Taiga, okay. So they on Food Chain. Monk, War Marshal. Still getting ported. Currently afraid of Munitions Expert, but they don't have it. So we gotta hope they don't draw it. Artifact. That's the Soulland we asked for. And they're tapped out. So we get to Echo. So now we bounce our Opal. This actually nets 1 mana and refixes. Which allows us to Burning Wish for Gamble. The problem here is we only have 1 wish and 1 Burning Wish, and we have no relays. So we really gotta hope to hit like a Bergie so that we can horn. Of course, we are down a Bergie as well. But still a very good chance to kill them right now, and we have a grid, so we don't have to worry about any of that bullshit. This stupid card that they cast, what does it do? I don't know. Can't figure it out. Ayy. Just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know what it does. What am I gonna play around something I don't even understand? No. Come on, show me the money. Good news is we do have a lot of echoes in our deck. And there it is. Yeah, let's just go ahead and cast that one. So y'all like to make fun of me like I always pitch all my cards to Horn. Not true. I would much rather just echo here and now. Opponent is dead. Just in case that was unclear. That's all the mana we're going to need, so let's ditch all those. Speed it up a bit. Hold priority and just pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Pow. Yes, yes we are. Thanks, the Bergie. Brought to you by Bergie, of course. Don't panic, okay? Because Echoing Truth is actually quite good here. We flipped an Echo. It's almost disappointing. Oh, plus we have the Echo here. Okay, so I guess we can ditch this. But like Grim Monolith and Echo is so good with Horn. In fact, we're just going to do some shenanigans with that. For multiple reasons. One, obviously we net a bunch of mana. Two, obviously we're going to be bouncing them to our hand and then discarding them. And three, which actually now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm realizing is no longer relevant. I was going to say three, they're in play, so when we echo, we don't redraw them. We're bouncing them to our hand and then discarding them, so that's not true. But it's alright, because it is still mighty sweet. And you can do similar things with Chrome Mox, right? We'll bounce a Rooney. So you don't want to cast your Rite of Flames in a spot like this. You're just trying to, like, because when you wheel, the cards in exile don't get shuffled back in. So we're just trying to find our two wishes, or one wish and one burning wish. So we can draw a card with Overmaster. There it is. And get him with the grapes. So this hand is sweet. It's 1 mana shy of grid into Echo. We're on the draw, which honestly, a lot of times is a benefit for us. So it lets us know what the OP is up to. So now we know they're blue. Ooh, Underground Sea. So probably Ad Nauseam, just because it's been so popular. But obviously it could be Doomsday. Yep. We hit the mana. So let's play around Daze. Play out the grid. So obviously if they force this, we know they're on Doomsday. I mean, they could be on some like mid-range bug deck or whatever, but they pitch Consider, so this is almost certainly Doomsday. So that's a big problem because it takes us off of Metalcraft. So I guess we have to pass. I was really hoping for Ad Nauseam, just because it's been so popular lately. So it looks like they're casting Doomsday. Only 2 cards in hand, so don't think they can actually win this turn. So we need to draw an artifact. We do have 19 of them in our deck. 18, sorry. It's probably about, what, high 30s% chance. Did not get there. We have any play here. If we play Bergie, we play Opal, Rite of Flame. It's 3. Gamble could get a 50-50 Burning Wish, but that's not going to be 9. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess if they're reliant upon 2 Cyclers that could do it. No Metalcraft here is brutal. We don't have enough mana to Horn. I I suppose we could with this gamble, potentially. So we gamble for Rite of Flame. We gamble for Rite of Flame. Even if it hits the Rite of Flame... No, that doesn't work. You need to Rite of Flame first. So Rite of Flame, gamble for Rite of Flame. If it hits one of the opals, then we can Rite of Flame, then we can Horn, and then we can flip 2 cards that would have to be LED Burning Wish, so that we could Burning Wish for Echo and discard it, and then hit mana enough to Echo. Yikes. That's a lot of maybes. I can't think of any other line that has any chance, though. Unless we want to go for the 50-50 Grape Shot line, assuming they have multiple cyclers, Street Wraiths in their pile, but I can't imagine that's what they're doing, so let's just go for this. Quite unlikely, but certainly possible line. And get wrecked. See how they built this pile. Yeah, we can't cast Echo though. We didn't have Metalcraft. And no, they wouldn't die. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, their pile had 1 Street Wraith, so they would have went to 1 if we went for the Grape Shot line. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they don't die to Echo. Or wait, so they discarded 2 lands, so those don't count. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they would have died. It's really tempting to go empty on the play. They've went back to like playing really fast though. But that's what I'm gonna do. This smoothie's killing me. Way too thick. Son of a bitch. Don't think we can keep this. It was close. They're on 7. This hand we keep. I think we bought a Burning Wish. Do we have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't. Let's bottom Burning Wish. Think I want to grid pass. Problem is discard, of course. They can hit our Chrome Mox. I really wish we had enough mana to go Monolith into grid relay. Like if you have like a pedal here, you can pull it off. But we don't. Still think I want to take the chance here. Okay. Of course. I took a relay. Interesting. I'm gonna play it. You know, daze it? No. Alright, we gotta hope they're locking it up here. It makes sense. I mean, I think the Chrome Mox was the right take, but there's still certainly risk involved. Especially if you have another Thoughtseize. Suppose we could have imprinted the relay, but Yeah. This is a tough call. I think I'm supposed to imprint. I mean, it kind of tips our hand, and I don't think they are going to discard us. But if we don't do it, they probably do discard us. This way, like, if we draw Petal or Opal, we can frontside an Echo. They did not shuffle on that. So now we gotta hope for no Force of Negation. Alright, no Force of Negation. They pitched Thassa's Oracle. I would imagine they have 2. Or they don't, and they just scoop. They have 3 cards. I will be streaming the challenge on Sunday. And I have confirmed that I'm definitely going to the pit. I think I was looking at like plane tickets and stuff, but I think I'm going to wind up driving down with a couple of friends again. We can Echo again, yes. And looks like we're going to have to. This is going to be interesting. They could. No, I don't think they can. They have 1 card. Yeah, they can. If their last card is Consider, but I think they... No. Yeah, if their last card is Consider, they can win. If it's Brainstorm, you can't. Because you only have 1 card in hand. Need 2 cards in hand. Or a Cycler. Yeah, because then you can cycle into Consider. Okay. No, they're passing. Okay. It's a tough call. I think we play it. Oh, we win. They have 0 cards in the library. I didn't really do the math, but we can just pass. But I'm going to cast some spells, because why not? Four... So again, they have 0 cards in library, so they're dead either way. Oh, I guess we shouldn't have shown them empty, right? Oh well. That's strange. So they left themselves dead on board. So clearly they didn't do the math either. Like as far as cards. Like if you don't Doomsday there, then I'm gonna wheel and you might win. But if you do Doomsday, you lose no matter what. Perfect for us. So empties are going to come out. Actually, I'm fine with showing empties since we're taking them out now. Yeah, that was the plan. That's why I did it. Yeah, I didn't count the cards and realized they're just dead. So, they must not have either. I think I actually keep this. Like, there's nothing spectacular about it, but we have a cantrip. Like, if they just keep a lot of interaction, especially discard, you can't, like, discard doesn't really do anything to this hand. And the fact that they run discard means once they start mulliganing, discard becomes a lot better. Yeah. Like, what are you going to discard? I really don't care. How am I doing? Pretty good. What's up, Onion? I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing? I was going to say, I actually don't want them to take Overmaster. And they did. Just going to play land pass. Probably going to wind up gambling for a relay. Ooh. Since the moment I won the Vintage Showcase, had to learn Standard, Historic, and now Modern and Vintage Cube for the mocks. I want to play some Legacy peacefully. Yeah. Well, congrats, though. So, I don't know what to do here. I think we're supposed to gamble for LED, but we have to play this out first. Really want to be able to double action. There is a reasonable chance that we're able to. 3 out of 5, so 60%. And we just got wrecked. Just got straight up wrecked. Okay, I'll pass. Like, I didn't want it to hit Burning Wish. Like, we wanted it to hit Opal or Echo, right? Because then we can threaten, like, we can double threat. But if it hit Burning Wish, it wasn't the end of the world. We had lines. Obviously, it hitting LED is worst case scenario. Grid was good. Definitely good. Yeah, let it go. Interesting. So, we only have 4 mana, though. We have, like, a gamble Echo line, but I think I'm going to pass again. Because now they have to win on the same turn with Doomsday. Otherwise, they tap out into a grid, and we probably win. Close to a frontside Echo, too. I think we pass. I guess I could have played Opal and then cast my Burning Wish. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I should have. Definitely should have. Okay. They're passing. All right. I only have 4 cards. Overmaster was pretty good. I think I just want to cast that. It's clear to me they don't yet have it. So we can probably just Overmaster into Burning Wish Relay and hope they don't have it for just one more turn. Plus, depending on what this hits, we could Echo. Like an Ancient Tomb. Okay. They're at 16. Do we want to Echo? 2, 4, 6. We'd have Petal open, no land drop. Echo in the yard. Grid in play. I think I still want to relay. Don't misclick on gamble this time, right? Thanks, Fexith. They can't counter the Burning Wish because we have an Overmaster active. So we get to relay. Obviously there's the danger of them just winning on their turn. They could draw into it. But I think we have it, like, if we Echo and don't kill them, then we're almost certainly dead. I did tap this for blue, though, previously, so now we have to blow up Petal. Shit. I forgot about that. And they can just counter the Petal. Or, I'm sorry. No, it's in play. It's kind of tilting. Interesting. We could also just empty. Because they don't currently have it, right? I guess Fluster would be an issue. I really wish I didn't tap that Opal for blue. I'm going to relay. This was not played optimally whatsoever. That was really sloppy. Sure we do. If they have to fluster on, if they had to do it on that, we have 2 mana. We can pay for 6/5. We can pay for 2 of them. They just have it. Of course they do. They just ripped it. Odds of them not having it here is very slim. Yeah, maybe that was just their best shot to echo and win. That's alright. We played like shit. Play like shit, get punished. Huh. I'll keep this. I think I play these out. I think it's finally come to a point where Chalice and Discard is actually more prevalent than Pending. So, as such, I'll play these out. I could play a Horn, but I don't think I want to do that yet. Any advice for someone looking to pick up the deck? Sideboard guides and such too. I have a sideboard guide. Finished, but it is with the previous list that is running Reckless Impulse, and the like. I'm very close to... I think we're going to be going with this Overmaster route, in which case deck is slightly different and I need to patch up the sideboard guide. However, I can and will right now send to you... I'm not publishing it until I do, I'd like it to be final. So this is a Beseju into Ignoble Hierarch. I think we can just go for it. But I'll give you a link to what I do have. How do I message you? Whisper. Let's see. So, we can go Bergie into Wish Gamble Echo. Bergie. But in order to do that, I have to play Volcanic. 2, 3. Or we can go Horn and just hope to get there. We have a ton of mana. That might be better. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, Horn. Flip, flip, flip. I don't know what's better. Oh, that doesn't work because we're not going Hellbent. So we do have to Horn. This Wishing to Gamble is not going to guarantee us an Echo. And I can give some general advice about picking up the deck in a second. I'm just trying to pilot at the moment. Yeah, I mean, the odds of them playing Force is extremely low, so... Gonna get rid of this Volk first. That wasn't good. I don't think we're gonna be utilizing this Wish. Well, it's a lot of mana. Action, please. Wow. Okay. Do I even want to play Grid or Spirit Guide? Tempted to just untap Monolith, but we have so much mana anyways. So maybe I should be... Yeah, I'll just play them both out. 2, 4. Yeah, no monkey. No monkey needed. Okay, so really hoping they don't have another Beseju. That's fine. Totally fine. And you're dead. Speed things up a bit here. What do we got? Oh, look at that. Mana and action. What do you know? What are the odds of that? Bergie. LED. Just going through the motions here. Right of flame. So, Aloro, general advice would be right in front of you. If you scroll down, you can go to my primer, which has a lot of good, just general information about the deck, how it works, this and that. Obviously, watching content like you're doing right now is probably one of the biggest things. If you scroll down and go to my YouTube, there's a ton. But yeah, and just jam the deck. Probably one of the best things you can do is Goldfish, which obviously is good advice for any deck, but especially this deck, because you play a lot of Solitaire. So if it's something that comes easy to you because you've been doing it a ton, then when you get to that point where grid is in play and all you gotta do is actually just go through the motions and kill your opponent, you won't have to worry about it because you've done it a million times. Oh, glad to hear it. Shit, I'm already forgetting what they tapped out for. Oh, Magus. So, is this like modern Ponza or something? Well, that's good. So you have some Storm experience. Yeah, it's mostly learning about, like, to polish your skills, some of the more nuanced lines, as well as just mulliganing, like learning when to, what to mulligan, how to mulligan. Probably the big things with this deck that are difficult even if you are a Storm player to just jump into. Just takes reps, keep playing. I don't always play perfectly. We fucked up pretty bad against Doomsday. I think we had a very reasonable chance of winning there, and I punted. So I don't really know what to do here. Definitely don't want to empty. Do I want to bring in some number of bounce? They're probably going to have Collector Oof. Not that blue bounce spells are the greatest against Collector Oof anyways, so I'm not so sure I want to do anything. But I probably don't want these grids all that much. I mean, Force of Vigor and whatnot, but I'll play a couple truths. Yeah, but they also played a Magus of the Moon. This hand is... I'm going to keep it. It's suspect, but it has potential. Like, we have Bergie and Opal, which certainly has some potential, especially if you draw LED. Then this hand is the nuts. That wasn't good. I want to see if we can untap with Bergie before we get taken off of 3 mana. I have a hunch that we'll be able to. You're just going to get lightning bolted here, dude. Is this really happening? Oh my god. You just get bolted? Forest Taiga, like what? It's just red-green nonsense. You gonna surgical that? Fine. Fine. That's what I'm saying. Did they get them all? People don't always get them all. Leave the one in the graveyard. Classic. We've all done it. Uh-huh. Yeah, but Ponza plays land destruction, right? Isn't that the whole, like, thing? So, Bergie was, like, our trick. And it got bolted. So I think we lost. Game 1. 2, sorry. Arbor Elves with Utopia Sprawl, yeah. Okay. So what are they, like... I think I want to imprint Echoing Truth. What are they holding up, you know? What's the hold up? You getting Force Evagored? Now would be the time. Nope. Okay. Nothing. I like that. Petal Opal, Gamble. Pretty good. I'm shocked we haven't gotten oofed yet. Okay, so they had a Force of Vigor. They just didn't really know how to use it. And... 2, 3, 4, 7... We can just keep this Gamble in exile. And just Echo. Let's go red. Tap, tap. Echo. Looks like a kill. Storm is high enough. Double black is there, and we have enough mana, so good enough for me. Right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, just enough mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm sorry, 8. 8 mana. More than enough. I guess we don't have to imprint. Chromox. Opal. Wish. How many drills? 10. 10 of them. 10 of these. Alright, nice little 4-1. Nice little 4-1. Certainly had potential to get the trophy. I definitely punted. Not that we were guaranteed to win there, though. So, I don't know. I think Relay was reasonable. I tapped that Opal incorrectly because I thought it was echoing. But even then, if I did that correctly, they killed us. So, maybe that wasn't a punt. It was a slight misstep that wound up not mattering. So I'm gonna play probably one more match, maybe 2, probably 1 though. Okay, so we keep this. But what do we do? They messaged us. Look how fun you do. Wow, I have a headache. Hopefully not COVID. Okay, so like, we can go Bergie, right? LED to get another red. And we can Overmaster. It's probably like high 30% chance that this is a really good draw off the Overmaster. On the other hand, we can Monolith first. Then we have 1, 2... No, then we're in the same spot. Could Monolith pass, which is probably the most reasonable thing to do. How many draws are actually good? So if we go City, Simeon, Bergie, LED, we have 1 red, and we have Monolith, Overmaster, and Relay, right? So the Overmaster draw, we have this LED's off the table, so we have, right? Yeah, so 4, 16, 15. Gamble would be fine. So it's 18. Overmaster is a redraw. So 22. And Echo is 25. Another Spirit Guide. So it's 26. And 2 redraws. So 26. So it's a 50-50 plus 2 redraws. I'm going for it. Come on. Come on, flip that coin. Let's go. Got him. Oh, got him real good. Decent turn. Not bad. Bolt is pretty good. Ooh, we do have a pier, but I'm gonna grid. It did not daze. Let's spin that wheel, baby. Okay. Can't cast this Burgie. Can make a land drop, play LED. I think we're just spinning the wheel again. Okay. So if we went up some mana here. Okay. So do you want to blow our whole hand to relay? Damn, no petal or opal, huh? We have metalcraft and everything. Relay would be for 6. Or we can just keep the 7 cards in our hand. Problem is 3 of them are lands, so 2 of them will not be used. Which is a 6-card hand anyways. Except the difference being cards in exile are better than in hand. Because LED becomes Black Lotus. Yeah. Oh, we can do 7 actually, right? Because we can cast Shatterskull, then relay. Oh, yeah. So that looks like a win. We don't want to get wastelanded. 6, 7. It's an underground sea with a bolt. So I wonder what this is. Is it Grixis? Guess it's probably just Grixis control. So we have 2, 3, 4, 7 mana. Overmaster. Bottom 2 are what you can't use the Echo and Wish, I think. Yeah. So Rite of Flame. Go LED. 247. I think I want to Echo 2-5. It's 1 less to Burning Wish and Echo, but then we don't have Burning Wish. If we Echo here. Yeah, I think we're supposed to just Echo. So if we hit a ton of mana, we're fine, right? Which is more likely than hitting a ton of action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had the mana, we had double black, and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's exact. Doesn't really matter which we use. Got him. Got him with the drills. Some sort of Grixis. I don't think I want to risk bringing empty, especially not on the draw because of Hidetsugu. I think I'm fine with just running it back. Thanks, Lotus. This is fine. Nothing spectacular, but we have cantrips that they may have to... Well, that's not good. Oh boy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. Ah, they got it. How'd they get it? Okie doke. Usually don't play around discard against them, right? They usually play, what, like 2 Thoughtseize, something stupid like that, right into a Null Rod. Okay. Your hand was fine against Null Rod. They only have 4 cards. Fexith, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Maybe I should have just discarded Chromox. I don't think it matters. Or just play it for the metal craft that we're not going to use. It's not over. Okay, just gotta hit some land drops. I want my Shatter Skull back. Hey, even better. Even freaking better. Okay. So now we need a soul land. We go Burgy, they counter it. Then hopefully next turn we go Burgy, they don't counter it. And then we can go Mox, Mox, Rite of Flame, Overmaster, Relay. And get him. Oh, it's certainly a hard spot. That's for sure. Hidetsugu, okay. Think I'm supposed to save these. We still have a shot if we draw Soul Land. They have a bolt. They bolted us. They have Snapcaster. Don't think it was necessary to bolt us though, main phase. Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, you're right. Alright, they certainly got a real clock going on here. That's a Narset. Still beatable. Another Hidetsugu. That was probably our last reasonable chance. Uh-oh. That's a him. Another Hidetsugu. No him to Torok. So... Force a negation? I'm not so sure the Hidetsugu was that important there. If I were them, I probably would have just hemmed. And then held up the, Force negation. Okay, Soul Land, it has to be now. We have 6 of them. Yikes. Okay, I still don't think empty is a good idea. I don't think I'm convinced I should bring in a Shattering Spree, but I'm not sure if I'd fault you if you did. Right? If you have a red source, you can gamble for it. And it plays around counter magic is the big draw. But usually you can slip in a Burning Wish to get it. Here's me. Or we'll just kill him turn 2 on the play. How's that sound? Oops, I didn't update this thing. Ponza? Question mark? Oh man, grid would be insane. I think we play out the LED. We lose a storm for this relay, which sucks, but they discard us. Wouldn't be too good either. That's pretty good. So we can double echo. Probably just gonna skip relay then. 3, 6, 9, 10, 9, double echo, 3 floating. You could gamble for grid, but then you have a chance to only be single echoing, right? Like, and you're opening yourself up to graveyard interaction. I suppose you still are doing that with the double echo line, but this guarantees that we can threaten 2 echoes if you gamble for echo here. They're just going to force that, and that's fine. So again, I don't think blue, well, like I don't think I want to tap a monolith here. If they counter this, we'll still have 2 untapped monoliths. I don't think the blue mana is that important, or not important enough where I want to tap. Nice. Guess I don't have to decide on Chrome Mox just yet. Definitely going Burgy because we have double action here. They might even counter the LED. Hey, Zach, what's happening? I'm doing pretty good. Good to hear from you. So the thing is, as soon as we cast Burning Wish, like obviously we wanted to threaten lethal, but I'm not going to go gambling with a Burning Wish in my hand, and I'm not going to just throw the gamble away. Of course, I'm going to cast these, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast Burning Wish, because Relay is lethal here. Let's be serious. Like, if they have a force, they're countering Burning Wish. Full stop. You don't have to go cracking your LED or trying to gamble for some, you know, not 100% line. And if they do counter Burning Wish, then we get to echo. You could threaten, yet again, double echo. And I may. I just might. Okay, so they're going to counter that. Now, of course, we got to hope they don't have double force. All is not lost if they do. That's fine. This is one of the reasons we play Wish. Like, it's not good that Burning Wish is no longer in our deck, but off of this echo here, if we can manage to horn, we're going to be able to kill them with Wish. Or if we relay, Storm is 14, like, we're going to kill them. Seven, 10, 8, So I'm going to tap this simply because even if they counter this Echo, we'll be left with 8 mana. We can untap both of these anyways. But we are spinning that wheel, and we just drew the Wish with 2 grids. Storm is 15, so OP is in trouble. And the Horn. We just got it all. Got all of it. Anything you want, you got it. Yeah, I mean, she's pretty sick, but she's not dead, so yet. No, she's doing all right. So we don't need this grid. All right. We'll just kill him. Get him with the grapes. I apologize for stopping at 19. I should have played the grid first. Okay. I gotta turn those coins down. They're getting a bit too loud. Okay, so we went 5-1 today, which is pretty good. I don't know if it's clear to everybody else, but it has. I'm pretty much sold on Overmaster. Like, I'm almost positive this is the list. The only thing that is like a moving piece is a second Shattering Spree. It's normally a Reforge the Soul. That's just the response to all the Big Red and 8-cast. Big Red was typically and always a very good matchup, at least for me, just because Bergie made it so good. But now I'm seeing a lot of Fury. I'm seeing Leyline of the Void as just being like, it used to be a maybe, or at least like often, but not everyone was on it. Now it's like 4 Leyline is stock. Seeing a lot of Fury, seeing a lot more Trinisphere back in action. I feel like there was a long time where we just enjoyed no Trinisphere for the most part. That's back. So it's actually a difficult matchup now. I'm pretty damn sure 2-2 split is the way to go here with Spirit Guide and Shatterskull. I've really been liking that. So I think I'll probably test it for another week. But then I think I'm going to wind up rolling with this and change the sideboard guide yet again. And hopefully that's the last time and I can get something published. Like I said, if you want the sideboard guide that I currently have, let me know. I will message you and send it to you. It's the one. But I've been very impressed with Overmaster. I still have no idea what the fuck the art is. I look at it now, certainly. I've looked at it a million times. You know, I spend a lot of time looking at this art. I have a super soft spot for the card. I have tried it in the past. It wasn't quite what the deck needed then. There were a lot more spells that were non-artifact before. So it's like, you know what I mean? Now, like, we'll have 3 or 4 artifacts in our hand. We can just cast Overmaster, and it just looks like a cantrip. A lot of times it is. But we have that, like, Veil of Summer Fear, where, like, we cast this card, and if you let it resolve, we might just play a bunch of artifacts and then cast an uncounterable Echo. Whereas before, like, we had all these, you know, Jeska's Wills, Manamorphose, and, like, you know, you had to tip your whole hand, and then you wind up with, like, 2 cards and an Overmaster on the stack, and it's just obvious to counter it. And it just wasn't nearly as good as now. And there's so much, like, we have so much protection now. We have 4 grids, 3 Overmaster, and 3 Relay. Like, love the card. I absolutely love it. It really excites me and makes me happy that, like, this is the card for the deck, because I've always wanted to play it. It's a sweet card, and it's optimal, I think. I'm almost certain at this point that it is optimal, so that's awesome. I mean, I've been asked a couple times, like, I thought you crushed blue decks. We do, right? But blue decks are blue decks, right? Like sometimes you're just going to get fucking double, triple Force of Will or whatever. Part of the strength of this deck is we have a lot of hands that just crush double or even triple Force of Will. Like, I don't care about your double Force of Will if I have grid into grid kill you. You know, turn 1 grid, can I kill you? No. Okay, turn 2 grid, can I kill you? No. And then just drop, you know, double LED into Echo. And you might say, well, that's the nut, right? Like, you don't get that often. What Overmaster does is it increases the chance in which we have these hands that just crush even the nut out of blue. So and when half of the format or more than half the format is blue, it's okay to make it even better, right? Just because something's favorable doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't even further gear your deck towards beating it. But yeah, I'm going to shut up because I got to go.